right, welcome everybody to CES In-Depth from the CNET stage at CES 2014. I'm Brian Tong, and these two knuckleheads right next to me, Donald Bell and Brian Cooley.
The jolly Neapolitans to you, sir.
Thank you. My esteemed colleagues at that here with CNET. Now, for the next 20 minutes, we're going to kind of wrap up and bring you some of the hottest news and products that we heard about today from CES Day 1. Yesterday was press day. Today is really officially CES Day 1. So we just want to jump right into it. We started the day with Sony's keynote, and they revealed their new service called PlayStation Now. If you guys aren't familiar with it, this is Sony's kind of answer to bringing some of those games from the PS3 and possibly PS2 backwards compatibility back to the PS4, but through a streaming service.
Streaming gaming service.
Streaming gaming service, yes. You're not you don't care.
I never got into the Sony stuff, so but I'm excited that it looks like it's a way for it's an answer that Microsoft has not provided for like streaming of the back catalog of games, right? I mean, it seems like a unique Sony proposition. Was there any pricing around that, or
no pricing? It's going to be either subscription or like or pay service on the spot. But they didn't give any pricing.
And it wasn't strictly games either, right? Wasn't it kind of like all their video content?
Yeah, there's another component that they haven't announced yet, which will be like live TV or recorded TV on demand that you can stream from the cloud.
And that's the question: is what live TV and what DVR ability will they have? Because that's where they can go head-to-head with Xbox, which that's a big delta right now. Is Xbox has gone stronger living room, and PS4 has gone stronger to remaining more games. So this is an important catch-up move, I think, to make them more on parity with Xbox 360. And it sounds like it's got a little bit of Steambox DNA in it, right? It's the streaming games, moving them all through a lingua franca of the net, and just playing them out that way, as opposed to worrying about what form. Lingua franca?
Lingua franca.
I knew you'd like it.
I'm kind of hungry, actually. It sounds like a good dish.
That sounds like a sandwich, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Also, with Sony, they revealed their ultra short throw 4K projector. This is called the Life UX, and think of it as a projector on top of your ceiling, really short range, maybe even something
below.
Like below, somewhere like 4 or 5 feet away. Projects a 147-inch 4K image on your wall. Retail price ranging anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000.
I think Donald described it best. There's a picture of it right there. You can see it down by Kaz, kind of the left of Kaz Hirai there. It looks like a baseboard heater.
Right.
It'll
really
get just
fancy
as
one,
warm.
yeah.
It'll get just as warm.
But I mean, what I'm assuming, I haven't talked to Kazmaier about this, but I'm assuming this is his dream for what the ideal 4K situation would be, because he's been pretty strong about how 4K televisions in that 60, 70 kind of mostly consumer range of televisions, 4K really doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's not big enough to have that resolution really deliver anything different than
4K projectors is what he was really excited about.
Image.
But who's going to do all the work to install the projector in the back of the room, run the cables, do all that mess?
Well,
so a short throw projector right on a wall.
I mean, super short throw. It looks like it's throwing like 12 inches, and it's going right there.
We do need to mention that Donald showed us how to build your own projection screen, so I think you would be that guy that would build
I'll get the demo unit
cable.
for this. That's great.
About.
Thank you for giving that to me.
All right, also kind of cool, a little retro throwback. Polaroid shows off their Android camera. Now, how many of you guys out there remember Polaroid? Take the picture, get the picture instantly. This is a cool Polaroid Android camera, and it prints out the photo right after you take it. It's about a 4.5-inch device.
Social-matic.
Social-matic. I just love the fact that it's bringing some of that nostalgia back.
And no price is set yet, which to me is critical. This is $30 for 80 sheets of print paper. That's just the paper, and that's not bad. That's way cheaper than Polaroid photos are or were. They run about $1 an exposure. You can still buy Polaroid film from Fujifilm, but this is an inexpensive media, but if this is like a $90 camera, I think people are going to use it for a while and then tell their friends, yeah, I used it for a while and then I stopped using it. It's got to be a cheap camera. Otherwise, forget it. It's just not that important.
Is there an Instagram tie-in, or is it just modeled to look like the Instagram
Well, you know what happened? This actually was kind of started from a project that was like a Kickstarter that they tried to launch, and they were saying this is like an instant Instagram camera. It never took off, and then Polaroid partnered with them to create this device. So this is kind of the remnants of that project.
It's clever. It looks like an icon.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I loved about the Polaroid is that it was the anti-social camera, right? I mean, there's no social sharing with the Polaroid film.
Doesn't scale. I'll tell you that. Unless you cut it up into a lot of pieces, it doesn't scale.
When I went over to the booth, though, the funny behavioral thing, people were taking pictures with some of Polaroid's other models, and they're like, well, the picture takes too long to see now. You know, everyone's so used to taking the selfie. I know you do that a lot.
Yeah.
And then looking at the selfie and then sending the selfie. Now you got to shake it out.
Yeah, okay, let's dispel the myth right now. You don't shake Polaroid photos, and you don't shake, these are zinc paper, you don't shake those either. What was the song that did the shake?
Shake it like a Polaroid picture, baby.
Right.
Outcast.
The worst thing you can do to a Polaroid print is shake that thing, but now everyone's doing it.
Maybe they can make it the new version of the
Make it
Polaroid
shakeable.
film. Will make
Right,
it
shake
shakeable.
and bake, baby.
Everyone wants to do it.
All right, and then kind of the last one, maybe not the sexiest, but just another move for Yahoo as they're kind of trying to transform themselves and really be more, even a bigger, more relevant content machine. They showcased and announced their News Digest app. This will be on your iPhone first.
Yeah.
But what it does, it's a combination of algorithms and curation of the top 10 stories. It'll be delivered to you early in the morning and then later at night, so you kind of get 2 hits of the latest stuff, the most relevant stuff. Again, one of their pushes to get that new content that they want that fresh kind of edge that people are looking for.
Yeah, I feel like if it wasn't Yahoo, no one's getting app coverage, like app announcement coverage at CES. Only Yahoo could make that happen. But it'll be interesting to see it happen.
Yep. When the iPad first came out, remember all the magazines that launched? And the iPad was going to be a magazine platform more than anything, at least in the beginning. And there were all these new magazines custom built for the iPad, and we were all going to pay for them. Nobody pays for tablet magazine. I think it's down to like maybe 2% of all magazines.
I'm one of those few people that actually pay. I buy the physical subscription,
there's one
and then
called
the digital
Game
comes
Informer
with it.
that's supposed to be really popular.
I am one of those guys.
Yeah, but I think if this is going to print magazine-like, which it doesn't necessarily is, it's more of a digest, but the magazine on the mobile thing that arrives at special times like this, on a publication moment, that's part of why the magazine hasn't been very popular on a tablet, is we're just used to what we want when we want it. Although I like the idea they're organizing and condensing. I think a lot of us miss the organization of a periodic print publication.
All right, now you guys, we're going to check out another headline here. Have you guys seen the bendable Samsung 85-inch TV yet? Have you guys checked that out?
It's cool.
Kind of crazy. I don't know if you need it,
It's
but
crazy,
the
but it's
big
cool.
buzz, it's all the big buzz this year. So we've got Sharon Vagnon ready to give us a live look, if you haven't seen already, at one of those bendy TVs in Samsung's booth.
yawning.
And she is yawning because it's so
excited.
boring.
She is amped up about this.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Hey guys, we are here at the Samsung booth, which is always one of the more striking booths at CES. They always put on a big show. And this year, their biggest product is their curved TVs. On this wall behind me are a couple dozen curved TVs, and they look pretty good, but some people still think they're a gimmick, and I want to talk to you guys about that today. So 10 feet this way, and while we're here, look at this booth. It's kind of insane. They're showing off appliances. They've got more home theater solutions. But what I really want to show you guys today is what's really attracting a huge crowd here at the booth. So curved TVs are new, and they're so new that Samsung knows that consumers aren't necessarily sure whether or not they want to stick with the flat panel or the curved TV. So may I introduce the bendable TV. This is insane. Watch as one of the booth attendants clicks a button and the screen just bends. Mind you, this is a glass screen, so it's a flexible display. The degree at which it's bending is called 4200 R. Okay, that sort of describes the radius at which it's bending. All of this talk, you might still be wondering. And so, well, first of all, you guys see this? It's like an accordion. So can we close it again? I want to show you how crazy this is. So she clicks a button, and the screen starts to flatten. In theory, is it flattening? Is it going? Oh my gosh, it's so smooth I didn't even notice. Boom, and it's flat again. So I asked Samsung, okay, how much is this guy going to be, and when is it coming out? No answers. This isn't really intended to come to market. It's really just a prototype to show just how awesome Samsung's technology is and what it can do. So don't expect it to come to market. As far as the price goes, very expensive, $99 ballpark amount. So again, curved TVs are new. They're a big hit at CES this year, but I think that companies like Samsung do have a long way in convincing consumers that this is what they want. My experience, I've spent some time in the Samsung booth, and I have to say that if you are sitting dead center, right smack in the middle of that curved display, you're going to have a really immersive experience. It's going to feel like you're at a movie theater, like a little bit of a 3D effect. The moment you step right or left too much though, that angle or that viewing angle starts to get a little bit distorted. So if I'm over here on the left, that side looks really good to me, right? Because now it's curved towards me. But right here, it's not the best picture for me. So I still need to be convinced a little bit. At a really big size like this 85-incher, it looks good, no arguments there. But for my living room, we'll have to see. All right, guys, there's a little peek at the Samsung booth and their bendable TV. Back to you.
All right, guys, thanks to Sharon for that. I think the Samsung people got to her a little bit.
Two things going on here. First of all, I was talking to some people earlier, and they're saying, wait a minute, you're talking about these curved TVs, but isn't the whole idea right now that we're buying super thin LED TVs and maybe eventually OLEDs when they become affordable, because we love how they just go flat against the wall.
Right.
Now the industry is reversing direction and giving us curved TVs that are about 8 inches deep. So this is one that answers when you're watching it, curve it, if it's supposedly a better image. I'm not convinced either. And then when you're done, hit the button and the thing flattens into the wall for good looks in your house, or to show slides that are running just as wall art.
Well, even just when I was watching Sharon with the TV, you could see like the light on the camera that's lighting her went from being like a pinpoint reflection in the screen to being like a streak that just came out. It's like, I mean, of all the other one of the more popular roundups we have on CNET is like the matte screen TVs that people can buy, or TVs for like really reflective rooms.
This is a TV that creates a more reflective room.
Right.
That's really cool.
The other thing about the whole immersive thing, if you guys go out to the Samsung demo, they tell you to stand in the center very close.
Yeah.
Like, of course it's going to be immersive when it's wrapped around your peripherals and you're like 2 feet away from it.
Okay, so this
is
is the dirty little secret of 4K TV that BT's bringing up here. When you buy a 4K TV, if you ever do one day, you're probably going to buy a bigger TV than you've ever had before, because you're going to say, I want a bigger TV, and 4K is great, lots of pixels to fill it. And then your natural inclination is to say, it's the biggest TV I ever had. We can back up a little bit and still have this big TV. You need to get closer to a 4K TV. This is kind of the counterintuitive thing. The idea is you get closer, the screen therefore fills more of your vision, creating the immersive effect, whether it's curved or not, and you still can't see dots or lines, maintaining the illusion of reality. So when you get a higher res TV, move in, don't sit back, otherwise you kind of waste it.
All right, you know, when I get this close to Donald,
how are my pixels?
You're very nice. Good. You want me to get closer?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Oh,
all right, you guys, time for a break. We'll be back
take the show?
in a moment with a live demo of Panasonic's high-tech moisturizing hair dryer. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll want to check this out.
My dad had a Honda, my mom had a Honda.
It was coming from a 2007 Honda Accord. I traded it for a Ford Fusion Titanium. I, no joke, probably test drove 15 different vehicles. I kind of was indifferent toward Ford, and then I sat in the Fusion for the first time, and I was just like, wow, this is it. You have the power, but you have the fuel economy. That's what EcoBoost does. I love to tell people, look at what Ford has to offer.
Okay, welcome back to CES In-Depth live on the CNET stage. Now, we've got our friend, lovely Lexi Savades here all the way from CNET Sydney, and she's going to demo off the new Panasonic hair dryer. Lexi, I'm going to just toss it over to you. Tell us everything about this. What's it like?
Thanks, Brian. Well, this is a brand new hairdryer. Okay, we're thinking a whole bunch of tech here at CES. It's all about bendable TVs, everything with all sorts of connectivity, but this is just a hairdryer. And no, it's not the Home Shopping Network either. I'm actually going to give you a live demo of it. The main part about the Panasonic Nano E is all down to the ionizing technology that's inside. So I have here Jeffrey, guest artist from Panasonic, who's going to be blow drying my hair. Now the hairdryer looks pretty much like a standard hairdryer, and for all intents and purposes it's got a whole bunch of the same controls. So you get a couple of different speeds and a couple of different heats, as well as a range of heads and settings, so you can style your hair in any number of different ways. The main difference with the Nano E is all down to the ionizing technology, and that's from a separate vent at the top that's just above where the actual heated air comes out. So these ionizing particles are slightly different to the ones that you find on regular ionizing hairdryers. They're 1,000 times more moisturizing, so this means that all of the moisture from the air and your hair itself is actually going to be locked in, so you end up with shinier and more healthy looking hair. Now Jeffrey's just blow drying a very small section of my hair because it's Vegas, it's dry outside, it's the desert, and my goodness, my hair has turned totally frizzy, and it's going to take a long time to dry all of it. But Jeffrey's doing a pretty good job of styling it at the moment. Jeffrey, tell me a bit more about how the hairdryer handles. Is it just like a regular hairdryer?
Well, one thing I really love about this dryer is, number one, the weight of it. I've been working all day, and everyone's asking if my arms are getting tired, but they're not, really, honestly. It's a really lightweight blow dryer. But what I love about this is that it literally conditions the hair as you dry it. So the number one complaint I hear in the salon is about heat damage, and that's damage from excessive hair drying. But this literally puts the hair in better condition after you've heat styled it, which is, I think, revolutionary.
Guys, I've got to admit something. I actually did pop over to Panasonic's booth earlier and get my hair done properly with this Nano E dryer. And it's actually stood up really well for the remainder of the day. That was about 6 hours ago or so. And I went outside, it's not frizzy, it's not turning into a lion's mane like it normally does when I get my hair blow dried, or I do a terrible job of it myself. Of course, it helps if you have a professional stylist on hand to do it for you. But overall, the results are proving really nice. And I can definitely see a difference. If you want to check out a before and after difference, you can check out the CNET video. I've just popped it up online now, so you can see what my hair looked like before and what it looks like after.
I just want to see what it does to BT's hair.
I think
you don't mess with this. You don't mess with this.
I want to see that all get ionized.
Moisturized.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued. I loved how some of the ladies from the backstage area came to the front to check out. Okay, for the audience out there right now, how many of you are kind of intrigued by this product right now? Put your hands up.
Hands up.
All right. I see some men, some guys with their hands up. I see the ladies with their hands up.
It's a bunch of dudes.
Come on, you got some wavy hair up there, bro.
You
You got some nice hair, man. You got to be. He's like, don't bust me out like that. All right, thanks, Lexi. Okay, so what we're gonna do now here is you guys aren't ready for this. And this crowd here, this is going to be fun.
I wasn't ready for any of
this. This is audience participation. I know you weren't. Okay, we have a segment here that I like to kind of play around with, and it's what I call CE yes or CE no. So what I've done is kind of find some of those things on the stage floor, and we want you, as well as my colleagues, to tell me what you think when we check these out, right? So, play that.
All right.
Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Turn it up.
That's a
Turn
CE
it up.
no already right there.
He's got his own digital underground.
That's a
going right
CES. Okay, here we go. First things first, this is the Polaroid C3 Cube. These are 1.3-inch cube cameras. If you guys can see, there we go.
All right.
They're magnetic. They're right here, Cooley.
Oh, there they are.
They're magnetic. You can take pictures. You can affix them anywhere. It's kind of like a twerky, cute little GoPro cube thing. CES or CE no?
CE, hell no.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That looks like a weird, creepy, like nanny cam kind of thing.
Like a square
What's
eyeball.
up, creepy? Audience, CES or CE no? Oh my gosh, I thought they're cute.
What about
Yeah.
you? What about you?
No,
You're a
I don't
CES
think they're,
almost?
some guys have been like looking at it and be like, oh, it's so cute. Not me.
No.
Okay.
Sinister.
They were looking at your head.
Okay, here we go. Next one. I'm gonna see what you guys feel on this one. This is the, this is the Prior VR, okay? It's a body motion controlled suit to play video games. It can be used on dates to attract women.
Yep, clearly.
Oh, yeah.
CE yes or CE no? Cooley, would you wear this?
CE, oh, no.
Donald.
Oh.
Would I wear it? No, but I'm not gonna pan this entirely. It could be a CES. It depends on the context.
I mean, if it's done with wireless sensors, not all that cabling, we'll talk.
I'm talking about this right here.
That thing-
Audience, CE
oh, no.
yes or no? I want to hear you. CE yes or no? Oh, I heard some yes.
You got a
Yeah,
mixed
some
bag.
yeses.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
Okay, we're getting warm. All right, I'm feeling this one. This is the Withings Aura Sleep Kit. All right, now if you look at this thing, that little blue guy that sits on your tabletop, the mat goes under your bed. It diagnoses your sleep patterns, finds out rhythms if you're moving or not. Now, if it finds out that your sleep is disrupted, I see your eyebrow. It sends off signals and like kind of lights that supposedly stimulate melatonin release to allow you to sleep better.
Okay.
All right.
He's talking about melatonin release and
talking about
sensing what's
release and
moving in
rhythm.
my bed.
All right.
Come on, stop.
More
CES
stimulated
or CE,
release.
CE, yikes, that's just intrusive. I think meh.
If I sleep better, man, sleep is a precious thing. I would take more sleep if it worked.
Audience, CES or CE no? Yeah, I see some of those people are like, I kind of like that.
Yeah. They followed me on CE meh, I think.
All right, this last one is my favorite of the day. This is the body kit strap. You know, if you're an action camera enthusiast, for the dog, you put it on your dog, and you can find out what it's like in Fido's world. CE, I know you're a cat lover.
I've got
man.
6 cats. I want 6 of them. CE, yes.
Donald.
Sure, I don't see there's anything objectionable there. CES.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I would wear it.
I know
Yeah,
you would.
no, that's my only fear is the pervy territory.
And that's a
that
real
thing goes in.
CES
That's
for
a
me.
CE. Yeah. All right, everyone in the audience, CES or no? Everyone liked that one. All right, there you go. Okay, guys, thanks so much. That's it for tonight from the CNET stage here at CES. Join us tomorrow, beginning at 9 a.m. Pacific time for the Inside Scoop, followed by the debut of a show Donald and Sharon will be doing called The Fix, a how-to everything, a special show here on new TVs here at CES and a wearable tech demo. The list goes on and on. If it's cool, you know, we got it here at CNET. We'll see you guys tomorrow, all right?